This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, rumours fly of a possible change in Delta's management as a review document is tabled. If you were uncertain about what can and can't go into your yellow recycle bin, we have the details. And illegal rubbish dumping is on the rise around Dunedin and residents are complaining. Good evening, I'm Rebecca Dupree. One of the top people at Delta might be gone by morning. Some of the top brass of Delta and Aurora Energy met with the Dunedin City Council this afternoon for what was going to be an hour-long meeting. However, it appeared councillors actually wanted to read the 44-page report, which they weren't allowed to see before the meeting.
Not for public consumption. Members of the public were excluded from a meeting between the chiefs of Delta and Aurora and the Dunedin City Council, which began around 2 p.m. today. It was scheduled to run for an hour. On the agenda was a new 44-page report that was only released to councillors at the meeting. It was due to be released to the media at 3. However, it appears Dunedin City representatives actually wanted to read and debate the report before it could be released to the public. Hi, Daryl Baser in a windy Octagon in Dunedin. Behind me in the municipal chambers, staff from Delta and Aurora are meeting with the Dunedin City Council following a report that was released this morning. The South Today understands one of the top brass is being replaced. One of the main issues facing the companies is the large number of old power poles that are deemed unsafe and marked with a red tag. So-called red-tagged poles are all around the region. As it would appear, routine maintenance has been deferred for a number of years. This pole in Dunedin's South Road is just one of those which has been red-tagged. And with the angle it's on, it's pretty clear to see why it's been given the Do Not Climb marking. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
And in breaking news, it's just been confirmed 2 members of the Delta board are stepping down, Stuart McLaughlin and board chair Ian Parton. A 19-year-old man died after getting into difficulties while swimming in the Kawerau River at the weekend. Emergency services, including the Coast Guard and a rescue helicopter, were called to the incident just after 1 p.m. A second swimmer made it safely to shore. The area off Kenmure Road at Bannockburn is popular for swimming. A rare gecko who doubles as an escape artist was the guest of honour this weekend at Otago Museum. The jewelled gecko was welcomed to its purpose-built enclosure yesterday by Department of Conservation and museum staff. The gecko will be housed in the museum and is the first wildlife poached from the country to be successfully repatriated. DOC was advised in January 2014 that a pair of smuggled geckos had been found in Germany, intended for the pet trade. They were seized by German authorities and placed at Cologne Zoo before they were returned and held at Wellington Zoo. One of the pair died while in quarantine. The remaining gecko will live out the rest of his life at the museum. Bullets, used needles, rotting food and vacuum cleaner dust. They're all dangerous and unpleasant items, putting Southland's recyclable waste workers at risk. So WasteNet has put together a campaign to educate the public on what can and can't go into their yellow recycling bins.
It's hard to know what does and doesn't go in your yellow bin. Pizza boxes, old clothes, foil wrappers. Hi, I'm Ruby Spink in Invercargill, where WasteNet and Southland Disability Enterprises are working together to clear up this confusion. They've put together a list called the Dirty Dozen, letting people know exactly what they can and can't recycle.
The idea is to reduce the contamination rates that we get into our facility here by reminding people through various forms of advertising, mostly the pictorial version of the items that most cause us the most difficulty.
Southland Disability Enterprises employs adults with disabilities to work in their recycling plant. Recyclables from all the yellow bins in Southland get delivered here and are then hand sorted by staff. The key reason behind this list coming together is because WasteNet and Southland Disability Enterprises noticed the amount of unpleasant products their workers had to deal with.
One of the big pushes on this advertising campaign to get people to do the right thing with their recycling, so that our people who put their hands in amongst it all day, every day, don't have to struggle with some of the not so nice things that come through our sorting line.
Colostomy bags, used needles, compost and old pillows are a few of the less than desirable things to arrive at the plant. McMurdo says when people put the wrong things in the yellow bins, it can have serious consequences. And even if the products aren't considered unsafe, because they have to be hand sorted, they can be very unpleasant for the workers to deal with. So they say,
put the food in the red box.
and it's not just the food. There's a whole warehouse full of people who are put at risk when people try to recycle products such as gas bottles and bullets. The workers say if you're unsure, throw it out. Or,
look at the orange pages, please.
for the team at WasteNet and Southland Disability Enterprises, it's too early to tell how many people the campaign is educating, but they're just continuing to spread the message. I'm Ruby Spink for The South Today.
Some Dunedin residents say improper rubbish disposal is getting worse. Residents of Woodhall took to social media to vent their frustration at the large amounts of rubbish spilling onto their streets. However, City Hall says rubbish problems can often be traced back to the same few people in a given area.
You'd think it wouldn't take much effort to take out the trash. These guys, hard at work in Dunedin's leafy suburb of Woodhall, get to see plenty of rubbish.
Yeah, no, that's no good. Pretty lazy, isn't it?
Woodhall might look pretty, with greenery and wildlife all around, but the picture postcard suburb is hiding a dirty secret. I'm Roselle LeBone reporting again today from Woodhall and a follow-up to my rubbish story. As you can see, the situation isn't improving at all. Back in November, The South Today brought the matter of illegal dumping to the attention of Catherine Irvine, solid waste manager at Dunedin City Council, following reports of dumping at Woodhall and Corstorphine Park. She was not aware of issues at Malvern Street, but there were known serial offenders in the neighbourhood. There were often problems with students leaving rubbish in their front yards or curbside at this time of year as they left town, and the council was working closely with landlords and rental agents on the issue. Outside this house, rubbish strewn everywhere. This bus driver and his regulars weren't at all impressed by what they saw, but they have seen it all before.
You wonder why, because they have bins in their homes, you know, so what's the point of carrying it from their home and throwing it in the field, you know?
I live by the Leaf and all our rubbish was just everywhere on the road. I think it's really gross because it's a nice area, the Woodhall, so it's a shame to see it happening. I feel like it's easy to keep things tidy. It just seems like it's quite like high school age. Like, I remember doing rubbish duty, like it's the kind of things that shouldn't be happening right now.
It's unclear who is to blame, but the problem certainly isn't going away. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
Still to come on The South Today, we review of a first of its kind exhibition in the Southern Lakes region, and we'll find out what stories were making headlines in April.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever.
Emu oil has been used for centuries to support joint mobility and tired muscles. Also helpful for supporting healthy skin. Available as oil or in capsules. Go to www.silverhorn.co.nz to order emu oil today.
We're at 25 Moray Place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focused on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
We've got far too many shirts at Alex Campbell Menswear, and we like to bring you the best deal possible, buy one, get one free. How good's that? What about the popular Tara Cash brand, for example? Buy one, get one free. And our business shirts. Look, buy one, get one free. Race in now, because this deal finishes on Saturday. Buy one, get one free on shirts.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Buy one, get one free. Free!
Southern Television takes pride in providing a wide range of programming. If you have concerns about our programming or feel that standards have been breached, please write to the address on screen within 20 working days of airing. Visit Broadcast Standards Authority website for more information on the complaints process.
Yes, Sonny Chin.
Neck, shoulder, back, sciatica, pain specialists. Innovative tools specifically designed to contour your grooves of depletion and excess muscle buildup.
Sonny Chin, it works.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489-2274.
Join us on Saturday nights at 8:30 on Channel 39 to relive the classic era of Hollywood movies.
I'm sorry about that poor old woman. She only had 12 pennies.
All the great actors are here. See if you can spot Cary Grant or even Elizabeth Taylor.
Put your seatbelts on for this one and rev it up. Thursday night is Motorsport Night. Proudly brought to you by multi-award winning Garador.
Welcome back. The 33rd annual Tui Run by the Bronze Otago Motorcycle Club made its way from Carries Bay to the Octagon over the weekend. About 300 motorbikes were ridden in a convoy, delivering toys and food items to the North Dunedin Lions Club. The food will be given to Presbyterian Support and the toys distributed between several charities. Riders came from across Otago and Southland to take part. A woman has been assaulted by a male in Invercargill in the early hours of Sunday morning. The incident occurred on the corner of Yarrow and D Streets at around 2:15 a.m. Sergeant Scott McKenzie of Invercargill Police did not disclose further details of the assault, but said the woman in her 20s was recovering. The male is believed to be in his mid-20s to 30s, approximately 6 feet tall with short dark hair and of solid build. A first-of-its-kind contemporary fabric art exhibition took place over the weekend near Arrowtown. The art celebrated the work of Queenstown-based artist and textile designer Diane van Brandenburg. The exhibition was described as a cacophony of colour, shape and texture.
It's a labour of love for Diane van Brandenburg and her friends who were celebrating their first ever Stitch exhibition. It was one of the most memorable projects of their lives.
Elated. We've had an absolutely fantastic weekend. It couldn't have gone better. I'd say about almost 500 people must have come over this weekend.
The exhibition gained a lot of local traction as it kicked off on Friday nights with cheese and wine. Artists, family, friends and locals came to pay homage to the stick. This is an Air New Zealand bag that people get given when they fly with Air New Zealand. But what the girls have done here is completely different.
It's just been like a one big party for a whole weekend.
Yeah. 48 Stitch pieces were on display, some were on sale.
I'm actually running out of wall space, so I had to decide to sell some because it's getting a bit ridiculous. If I don't clear out the stocks, I won't do any more.
20 were sold out of the 30 pieces that were on sale, like this piece here that went for $500. Designed by local designer Shaz.
Seeing the reaction of the people walking in and not expecting to see what they saw. They expected a traditional embroidery exhibition, but it was just much more creative, I think.
It's great. It's building on all those things that we love in the past and trying not to be critical of traditional, because we never are. It's fantastic in its own right, but it's fun to take things and you know, just do different things.
No, everybody who's come here they just can't believe that a house can be changed into a gallery. And they said, do you always live like this? Yeah. We assure them we don't.
Are you going to do this in the future?
Well, it sounds like everyone's going to insist that we do it as an annual thing.
Mina Emso, The South Today.
After the break on The South Today, we recap the big stories making headlines in April, and we'll check out weather for Tuesday.
Emu oil has been used for centuries to support joint mobility and tired muscles. Also helpful for supporting healthy skin. Available as oil or in capsules. Go to www.silberhorn.co.nz to order emu oil today.
Pregnant? Need to talk? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Pregnancy counselling services are here to help. It's free, it's confidential. Call us now on 0800 773 462.
Oh, help!
Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician, for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
We've got far too many shirts at Albert Campbell Menswear, and we like to bring you the best deal possible, buy one, get one free. How good's that? What about the popular Tara Cash brand, for example? Buy one, get one free. And our business shirts. Look, buy one, get one free. Race in now, because this deal finishes on Saturday. Buy one, get one free on shirts.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Buy one, get one free. Free!
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever.
We're a 25 Moray Place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focused on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
Put your seatbelts on for this one and rev it up. Thursday night is Motorsport Night. Proudly brought to you by multi-award-winning Garador.
Welcome back. Well, it's time now to continue our look back at the stories making headlines this year. In April, a local political expert was backing former Prime Minister Helen Clark in her bid to head the United Nations. Dunedin residents were urged to get flu vaccines, and a $2 million music suite was opened at Otago Girls High School. A local sportswoman received the highest accolade possible in cricket, and thousands turned out for Anzac Day commemorations.
April started off with the news that former Prime Minister Helen Clark was in the running to be the 8th Secretary-General of the United Nations. Being the first woman and the first Kiwi, one local political expert saw it as a positive development.
All the signs are that the Prime Minister will do his utmost to forget about past political differences and look at this as a great appointment, a potentially great appointment for New Zealand, and it would be. It's a very high-profile role.
New legislation came into effect aiming to improve workplace safety nationwide, but local union members were concerned the reforms didn't go far enough.
We're still in a situation where this legislation doesn't really cover workers and workplaces of 20 people and smaller. So that's a large group of workers in New Zealand
for whom this legislation is going to offer no protection.
The Southern District Health Board was urging residents to get immunised against the flu ahead of winter, targeting people who were reluctant to get the jab.
Reduces your risk of getting the flu significantly. It means if you do get the flu, it will be less severe. It means if you're less likely to get the flu, obviously less likely to pass it on to the vulnerable.
St John were aiming to raise $2 million to buy more ambulances and life-saving equipment. The 40th Otago Rally sped into town, attracting more entries than ever before and boosting the local economy. Susie Bates was named the top female cricketer in the world, and the recognition helped promote women's involvement in the sport.
Played cricket for over 10 years at that level, and you just go about trying to win as many games as you can, and there's such good cricketers around the world to be named that you sort of pinch yourself that you're recognised as one of those. So yeah, you don't think about it too much, but when it happens it's pretty special.
Otago Girls High School opened its $2 million music suite with some important guests on hand, inspiring staff and students.
Family is all very interested in music, not that we're practitioners, but I'm absolutely delighted that the music suite has been built, and it's, as I say, overwhelming that it's got my name attached to it.
The offshore patrol vessel HMNZS Otago sailed up the Otago Harbour, giving recruits a chance to see where they may soon be working. And finally, more than 10,000 people attended Dunedin's Anzac Day dawn service, remembering and honouring those who fought and died in New Zealand's armed forces. The occasion was made even more poignant with it being the 100th anniversary commemorations. Dee Karen, The South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on The South Today. A 44-page report into unsafe conditions at Delta and Aurora Energy was presented to the Dunedin City Council this afternoon at a marathon meeting. Southlanders are getting an education on exactly what they can and can't recycle, and it's aimed at keeping undesirable rubbish out. And the DCC says illegal rubbish dumping around Dunedin is particularly bad at this time of year, with students heading home for the holidays. Well, it's time now to find out what's going to be in tomorrow's Otago Daily Times, and Dave Cannon joins us. Hello.
You see me, I now you see the rest of it.
Plenty of times.
Exactly,
just a tease, Dave.
Yeah, we're going to have obviously big coverage tomorrow of the Delta report. It's still going on. The press conference was due sometime. They've been behind closed doors all afternoon. Our guys are waiting to speak to them and ask them a lot of questions about a very big report. So we could be in for a late night tonight on the news bench tonight, but I'm sure everyone wants to read it tomorrow. That'd be very interesting. We've got a new Prime Minister today and a new Deputy Prime Minister, so we get some coverage of that tomorrow. We don't get a new Prime Minister every day of the week, so we'll give that a splash tomorrow on the front page and on the business pages as well, what it means for business. And the Council also today were discussing 2 new locations possible for the new pool at Mosgiel. There's a lot of interest out there in getting a new aquatic centre, so we'll have some coverage of that as well. And the wash is about toothpaste.
Yes.
Toothpaste. Got a lot of response to the toothpaste today.
Fancy that.
The guy rang me up and sung me a dental TV ad.
A jingle?
A jingle, that's the word I was looking for, yeah, about Pepsodent.
Oh.
You wonder where the yellow went when you brush your teeth with Pepsodent.
Oh, very good. Oh, was it poisonous though?
Might have been a long time ago.
Probably was.
And so toothpaste and birds, more birds.
Oh, okay.
All
I
right.
really enjoyed the toothpaste bit this morning about Queen
Queen Vic.
Victoria. I'm enjoying that series.
Yes, good, thank you.
Very nice. Thank you, Dave. That's
No
tomorrow's
worries.
ODT. It's time now for tomorrow's weather.
This weather update proudly brought to you in association with Silverhorn's Manuka Honey.
And here is today's southern view. It's taken of the waterfront at Lake Whakatipu. Very nice. To the situation, the flow will tend northwesterly tomorrow and Wednesday, which means it's going to be a little bit warmer, but cold fronts will move over the country later this week. To the towns in the southern part of the South Island, nor'westers with cloud increasing for Balclutha and the Catlins, both on 17. Late rain with nor'west winds for Gore and Lumsden, both on 16. To the towns in the central and southern lakes areas, nor'westers with high cloud increasing for Alexandra and Queenstown. Nor'westers with rain for Te Anau and a high of 15. High cloud increasing in Wanaka with nor'westers 19 degrees. Up to Oamaru, nor'easters with some high cloud and a high of 16. Nor'westers with high cloud increasing for Omarama and Twizel, both on 20 tomorrow. That's not too shabby. And it's a fine day tomorrow for Timaru with nor'easters and 16 degrees. In Dunedin tonight, fine with nor'easters and a low of 9 degrees. Tomorrow, fine again, although high cloud will increase during the day. Nor'easters at first will tend northwesterly later in the day, 17 degrees. And on Wednesday, mostly fine with gusty nor'westers. Some rain is possible at times, a high of 19. In Invercargill tonight, high cloud increasing, nor'westers freshening and a low of 10. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with showers at times, gusty nor'westers and 16 degrees. And on Wednesday, a period of rain with strong nor'westers, but they will ease, 15 degrees. And that is news from around the south today. For Monday, we'll join you again tomorrow. Good night.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.